Hey, welcome back to YT Finance, and this is the channel where I went to business school so you didn't need to, and today we are analyzing Tesla. We're going to be going over a multitude of fantastic news articles regarding this company and how I believe this will positively impact their overall share price. We're going to start off talking about how Barclays says to buy Tesla shares right now because they see a future 30% rally before the end of the year. After that, we're going to move on and talk about how the billionaire named George Soros is loading up on Tesla stock by buying more TSLA shares because he believes Tesla is undervalued right now. Then after that, we're going to talk about how Tesla is earning 5 times more per car than Toyota, which is absolutely phenomenal. So I will show you a graph which compares Tesla's ability to make more money per car than the majority of other automakers. Then we're going to move on to talk about how Tesla has recently paused their production over in Shanghai so they can properly upgrade the factory to release a new version of the Model 3. But the news gets even better because as we move on, we'll see that Biden has recently struck a deal with various electric vehicle makers, including Tesla, to build out charging stations. So this is a fantastic news day for Tesla and their TSLA stock price, where I believe the company could surge up over the next 12 months. So for more videos on Tesla, don't forget to go and annihilate that like button right now. Go ahead, go and press it, smash the like button, subscribe if you are new, comment down below where you think the TSLA shares are headed in the future, and without further ado, let's jump right into today's stories. So let's briefly start off by talking about where the share price could go over the next 12 months, because Barclays believes that Tesla's TSLA stock, which currently trades for around $210, could surge up to around $270, depending on what analyst you consult. And overall, I think this is very realistic for Tesla to achieve anywhere between $250 on the low end to $300 on the high end from now until the end of 2023. So investors still have a large amount of upside for this overall company, especially as more positive news updates come out about Tesla. This is one of the reasons why George Soros, who is a billionaire, is loading up and he's buying more Tesla stock. It seems that George Soros might know something that we all don't, because he has appeared to find new invigoration to buy even more shares of Tesla, which is an electric vehicle manufacturer. George Soros is most notably known for his Soros Fund Management, which recently scooped up around 242,399 shares of Tesla during the fourth quarter. This would represent around a 270% increase, which brings the fund's total holdings to around 332,046 Tesla shares. The reason why this is very interesting is because this is a radical increase of 270% on rather short notice, so it seems that the billionaire is excited for an upcoming catalyst here pretty soon. On top of that, George Soros recently purchased 500,000 shares, or 500,000 shares, of Cathie Wood's ARK Innovation ETF, ticker symbol ARKK. And the ARK Innovation ETF, ticker symbol ARKK, has their largest holding in Tesla's TSLA stock. So, George Soros has directly and indirectly purchased a large sum of Tesla as of late, so it's very interesting to look into why he's doing this. And I think he's doing this because investors, after the major cool-off that we saw where the TSLA share price dropped to around $100 per share, the company has since skyrocketed back, and it seems that the stock has found new momentum, thus making the potential for the company to achieve anywhere between $250 to $300 before the end of the year. But that's not all. Maybe investors and billionaires are looking forward to how Tesla can continuously grow their overall returns per each unit or car that they sell. And to give you some perspective, Toyota, which is one of the most elite car companies in the world right now, makes around $1,820 on average worth of net profit per unit that they sell over the time span of last year. However, when we compare that to Tesla, Tesla makes around 5x or 5 times more than what Toyota is bringing in. Just look at the chart on screen right here. Toyota is in the dark blue, to where they have a very competitive net profit margin. However, it's nothing in comparison to Tesla, which has around a 5 times greater impact per car that they sell. And this is one of the reasons why I really like Tesla, because they're just so elite on the amount of net profit per vehicle that they are bringing in. They literally, in my opinion, have the best margins in the entire business according to net profit per unit. And as Tesla becomes even more efficient, we can anticipate that this will even grow higher, thus invigorating their overall share price to new heights, which is very exciting. Toyota, which is the world's top-selling automaker in the world right now, is feeling harsh competition from both Tesla as well as BYD. In my personal opinion, Tesla and BYD are probably the best EV stocks to buy on the market right now, and for full disclosure, those are my top two holdings regarding electric vehicles. BYD is a Chinese automaker that is taking over the market by storm and rapidly gaining on Toyota. BYD sold around 1.86 million electric vehicles, including hybrids, which means that they're increasing their overall volume by 3.1 times. So if you want some international exposure, feel free to do your own research on BYD, but in the end, Tesla is still my number one holding regarding electric vehicles and automakers in general, with BYD coming in second. We also have more news over in China, to where Tesla has recently paused their production in Shanghai so they can upgrade their factories. So Tesla is trying to infiltrate the overall Chinese EV market, which is the EV capital of the world. China has the most electric vehicles, and the electric vehicle growth in China is the highest across the globe. And the reason why they have slowed or stopped production in their Shanghai Gigafactory is that they are getting ready to upgrade the factory to produce revamped versions of the Tesla Model 3 over in China. However, Elon Musk, who is the CEO of Tesla, recently commented on his plans to boost overall production at the facility throughout the month of March, aiming to produce on average around 20,000 units per week. So this is very exciting news because it means that Tesla is further infiltrating the Chinese electric vehicle market. Lastly, to close out this video, Biden recently struck an electric vehicle deal with Tesla and other EV manufacturers. The Biden administration revealed a new set of strategies on Wednesday that is designed to solve the EV charging problem. Essentially, there's a giant problem where owners of electric vehicles are having a difficult time finding charging stations that fit their vehicle's model. Because when you go to a gas pump, essentially, you just need to know the type of gas your vehicle takes, but it's not like you have to go to a specific gas station to get gas to where the nozzle is specific for your gas tank. And this is a problem that electric vehicle owners are running into, that they're having a hard time finding charging stations that are made for their specific electric vehicle. That's why the government is trying to build out a charging station network that will be compatible with essentially all electric vehicles. Many companies actually like this idea because it allows them to make money off of their charging stations, which allows other electric vehicles from other EV manufacturers to charge at their stations. That's why companies like Tesla, as well as General Motors, among others, are building their own interoperable charging stations that would complement the government's overall system. And we even have a quote from the White House Infrastructure Coordinator, which says, "These new standards will make it so that you can charge your EV along major highways as easy as you can fill up for gas, no matter what kind of car you drive or what state you're in." He even goes on to say that Elon Musk was on the call, and he was very open. He was very constructive, and at the time, he said his intent was to work with us to make his network interoperable. And that's why Tesla has committed to build a network of charging stations that will number around 7,500 chargers, which will be open for use by all electric vehicle drivers by the end of 2024. The Biden administration also promised that the final experience will be much friendlier to those who are purchasing electric vehicles, to essentially eliminate the current practice of loading up your iPhone with 30 different apps depending on where you pull up to charge, because each of these different charging stations either require a specific charging port or a specific app where you're going to have to download it, fund it, and charge your vehicle. So this is going to make the process of charging electric vehicles on the road much more straightforward. The standards of these new policies and strategies will have the new charging stations have a consistent plug-in type, consistent power levels with each other, and a minimum number of stations that are capable of fast charging to get electric vehicles back on the road as quickly as possible. These policies are already built on another announcement that the administration talked about over a year ago, to where there's a plan to add charging stations on interstate highways no less than 50 miles apart. And as of right now, the construction is underway for these charging stations. So overall, President Biden has pledged that the government will oversee a national network of 500,000 electric vehicle chargers by the year of 2030. He also plans on having the majority, or at least half, of the vehicle sales by 2030 to be electric vehicles. So I would love to hear your thoughts on any of these fantastic news stories regarding Tesla. Remember to go and annihilate that like button. Always make sure to do your own research. Comment down below where you think the TSLA share price is headed in the future, and I will see you in the next YT video.